Hi, welcome back to CTRL-AC.
The podcast where we talk about not knowing your AirPods were chill like that.
We're your hosts. I'm Cole.
And I'm Andrew.
And we have some interesting things to talk about this week. Apple's having their event.
They are. September 7th is the Far Out event. So that is next week, if you're listening to this on the week of the 29th. And we should see during that event iPhone 14.
Along with the iPhone 14, we hope to be seeing the new Apple Watch Series 8, the 10th Gen iPad, and hopefully the AirPods Pro too.
Yeah, so let's just kind of go through what we're expecting. And we'll have an episode, obviously, following the event, kind of recapping.
And hopefully we'll be able to review one or two of the things.
Yes. So the most anticipated thing getting released is the iPhone 14 series. There have been a lot of rumors about the 14 series. So most notably, they're killing the mini. So it will be likely the iPhone 14, 6.1 inch display, and then the iPhone 14 Max, which is a 6.7 inch base model iPhone. So there's going to be a normal iPhone 14 and then an iPhone 14 Max as the two base phones. And then you'll have the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So we'll have two 6.1 inch iPhone 14s and two 6.7 inch iPhone 14s. So we finally have a big, cheap iPhone.
We've wanted this for a long time.
Yes, because anyone who wants a big phone has to spend $1,100 on the Max.
Yeah.
So like this is nice to see. When the 6
Plus came out.
Yeah, you'd always have to
dump your dollars.
Mm-hmm. And then this year, it's not a huge upgrade. We are getting the removal of the notch, likely on the 14 Pro and 14 Max. There have been a ton of rumors pointing to this. John Prosser has confirmed this. We've seen this in CAD files. But it looks like instead of a notch, we are getting a hole punch cut out at the top in the shape of an eye. So if you look at your current iPhone where the selfie camera is, that selfie camera will just kind of be floating on the screen. And then next to it will be the IR sensors for Face ID with the speaker grill up in the top bezel like the current 13 series. So we'll have a hole punch finally on the iPhone, and we won't have a notch for the first time in 5 years. I have mixed feelings about this hole punch. We're both looking at it right now.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It takes up so much less space.
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad. The only thing is that you'll kind of have some screen. You'll have a small row of pixels above the hole punch. But
ew.
I don't think it's that bad. I like it. We have a link in the show notes with a picture if you want to go look at it. But I think it's so much better than a notch. One interesting thing is Apple has switched their design language to kind of embrace the notch. We've seen it on new iPhones for the past 5 years.
The new MacBooks that came out.
Yeah, we've seen it on the 14 and 16 inch Pro and then on the MacBook Air. So it'll be interesting to see if they sort of transition from the notch being a signature design element to now a hole punch.
Yeah, on their laptops too, like with the M2 MacBook Pros.
Right, we're going to see M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros later this year. And could those have a hole punch display? That would be
so nice.
The displays are relatively the same, still going to be 120 hertz. There will be a always-on display.
That's kind of a big deal too.
That's kind of nice. The widgets that we have in iOS 16 will just be on the display when the always-on display is on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of nice. I don't know why they waited now, because we've had OLED on the iPhone since the 10. And then we've had LTPO since the 13 Pros.
Honestly, it's probably just something like a burn-in.
Right, which is somewhat fixed with an OLED. And then the battery life concern is fixed with the LTPO display last year.
Yeah. So couldn't that just be a software thing?
I think it is. I don't know what hardware implementation will be used to make this work.
Software. Besides a battery deaccelerator or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's here, and that's good.
Yeah.
So we will get a new purple color on the Pros. I think it looks fine. It's like a dark purple.
Oh, instead of their lighter purple that they had this
Yeah,
year.
it kind of looks good. It's like if Midnight were a purple, where it's like
Oh,
purple and black. There are supposed to be major camera upgrades.
again?
Yeah, there are rumors that it will have the same 12 megapixel rear sensor, but also rumors that it will have a 48 megapixel main sensor. If it's a 48 megapixel sensor, then we'll likely see 8K video on an iPhone finally. And then also new this year is the baseline iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Max are expected to stick with the A15 chip, while the Pro models get the A16. So
Oh,
there will actually be a performance jump going from a 14 to a 14 Pro.
so it should be a pretty solid price gap too then.
The Pros are also supposed to be more expensive. Well, we've seen reports that the 14 Pro will be $10.99 and the 14 Pro Max will be $11.99.
So that means the 14 Max will
Should
hopefully be
be
like $7.99
and
and $8.99
$8.99.
because
Yeah.
you're getting a whole different SKU of chips in the Pros,
Right,
which
which is
is
more cost effective for Apple, and it's easier for them to justify a price increase on the Pro models.
other than screen size.
Yeah, I still don't think, $1,200 is outrageous because S22 Ultra is $1,200, I think. So it's in line with other flagships, but I mean that's still a lot of money to spend on a phone.
Yeah.
So iPhone 14 should be a pretty decent upgrade. If you have a 13 series, I wouldn't upgrade. If you have a 12 and you can afford it, then I think you'd appreciate the upgrade. Then anything older than a 12, definitely, you'd appreciate the upgrade. But we're also gonna see Apple Watch Series 8. So we've seen so many reports about Apple Watch Series 8. John Prosser reported last year that the Apple Watch Series 7 would get a squared off body, and we didn't see that. And then he said that the Series 8 would get a squared off body, and we still don't know if we're going to see that. So I think a squared off Apple Watch would look so good. Yeah, so Apple Watch Series 8, I mean, should hopefully get the squared off design, but I don't know. I feel like with an Apple Watch, you really should not upgrade. Like
Maybe every 5 generations.
I have a Series 5 Apple Watch, and battery life is fine for me. I usually end the day with like 30 to 40%. And then performance is fine. I noticed that it lags with several things, but I feel like you just don't need to go out and upgrade your Apple Watch unless it's actually dying. That's the only reason. And then we should see an Apple Watch Series 8 Pro,
Oh,
which is
that's new.
Apple Watch Rugged that we talked about a few
yeah.
episodes ago.
Mhm.
And then we'll get iPad 10th gen that we talked about a couple episodes ago with the new design. No headphone jack, slight spec bump, the default one to give to your kids or parents. And then on the hopefully we'll get list, we have maybe AirPods Pro 2. We've seen a ton of reports on these. We may get a new design with a shorter stem. We may get lossless audio. We may get a new upgraded case. And then besides that, only thing we're waiting on is Apple Silicon Mac Pro.
Yep.
Can't wait for that. So that's Apple's Far Out event. It's September 7th at noon Central. So we're looking forward to that.
So on the topic of headphones, not knowing your AirPods would chill like that.
Okay, so I saw this Verge headline, and it said, "Hear me out. Chill your earbuds before you wear them." So I go down to read the article, and it's written by Cameron Faulkner, and it basically says, "Summer's running out, but I accidentally stumbled upon a weird hack that I might come back to for the warmer months. One day recently, before I headed to the office, I tossed some Pixel Buds A in my messenger bag, and they somehow settled near my packed lunch and the ice pack, keeping it cool. I didn't expect those earbuds would catch a chill from being that close to them, but when I popped them in my ears, the cool sensation was both unexpected and amazing. I kind of felt like I was in a dramatized breath mint commercial, and I can't stop doing it." So I think we should try it.
You want to?
It says that Apple says that AirPods can be stored at temperatures as low as 14 degrees.
Seriously?
Our fridge isn't 14 degrees, so I think we should try it.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's go right now.
Okay, so
Come
we're
on.
going to pop our AirPods in the fridge and we're going to take a break. And when we get back, we will try this out and see if it's something we would recommend.
We'll be back.
I can't believe summer's over.
I know, right? I miss cooling off.
Yeah, it's sort of getting cooler outside now.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what would be cool?
A hot tub.
Yeah, like a hot tub and like a fire pit and like a whole little outdoor space.
Oh, really? You want one?
I mean, that'd be cool.
Have you heard of the Complete Backyard?
No, what's that?
The Complete Backyard is a custom pool, spa, and outdoor living design and build company.
What do they do?
They specialize in custom outdoor goonite swimming pools and spas, which are hot tubs. In addition, they also build and design custom pergolas, decks, cabanas, fire pits, outdoor kitchens, and outdoor living spaces. They love to transform a boring backyard into a complete home oasis.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, imagine this with a hot tub with all your friends at like a cookout.
How do I contact them?
For consultation, you can go to thecompletebackyard.com or you can give them a call at 817-441-6878.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we're back.
So
we have our AirPods. They've been in the fridge for like 10
they're
minutes.
pretty cold.
I have AirPods Pro.
I have
Cole has
AirPods too.
Second gen AirPods. Okay.
I'm going to connect them to my phone.
So they're both connected. So let's try them in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's kind of crazy, actually. Hold on.
Okay, so it's kind of refreshing.
It is.
He said it was like being in a like overly dramatic Mint commercial. And I mean, that makes sense. Like it's kind of nice.
I'm putting both in. I'm going to listen to a song real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
See, they're nice. Oh, wait, so you have the plastic. You have the plastic tips. I want to try one of yours. Yeah, so you do get more of an effect with
Oh, yeah. It's basically not noticeable on the pros.
the first or the second gen AirPods because the pros have the ear tip.
Yeah.
But
If you just cooled your ear tips overnight.
yeah.
But yeah, I really like that. That's interesting.
If you're about to go on a run, just pop your AirPods in the fridge for a while. And that's kind of nice. And the case is cold, so you can just put them back in the case for a minute or so. And there you go.
Yeah, I like it.
So it's a shorter episode today. We have a couple more stories. T-Mobile and SpaceX say that your 5G phone can connect to satellites. So we've all been in the situation where you're out somewhere and your phone does not have cell service. So basically, T-Mobile and SpaceX Starlink have come up with a way to solve this. The answer to this problem is basically satellites. So if there are a bunch of satellites in space that all connect to your phone, then no matter where you are in the world, you will have cell service. So T-Mobile and Starlink have teamed up to start this, and their goal is to get rid of dead zones.
That would be extremely helpful because there's lots of them.
It says that operators of messaging apps like iMessage or WhatsApp have to work with T-Mobile and Starlink for their services to like recognize the satellite.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a pretty interesting story. Elon says that the speeds will be 2 to 4 megabits down.
So it's not like YouTube streaming, but
No.
like texting, sending like
send a
game
text.
pigeons even or anything, really.
You could send a text, you could call someone, just simple stuff like that in an emergency. But we would now actually have cell service wherever you are on planet Earth. And then also, Elon says that all Teslas will begin to use this instead of AT&T for your Tesla in-car Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of interesting. So no matter where your Tesla is, you'll always be in range of a cell tower or the satellite. So I think the potential here is pretty cool.
There's definitely a lot they can do with this. It's like if more like car manufacturers implemented this into their hotspot like integration in their cars.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And eventually, I guess we could get to the point where the satellites are good enough where we don't need cell towers anymore.
Which would get rid of a lot of over manufacturing of metals and stuff because they're everywhere.
So a lot of potential here.
Yeah, so it'd definitely be beneficial if they could go full satellite.
These satellites would also help a lot when you're streaming virtual Charlie Puth. So iHeartRadio is holding a Metaverse concert for Charlie Puth.
Interesting.
So if you are a Charlie Puth fan, you can throw on your virtual reality headset of choice, hop into the Metaverse, and go to this concert. I have some thoughts on this. Remember when Fortnite did those virtual concerts?
Yeah, the Travis Scott one.
Yeah, have you seen any of those?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Marshmallow one being the first one, and then the Travis Scott one.
That was
and then
crazy.
the Ariana Grande one. But what did you think of those? Like, is this worth paying for?
I wouldn't pay, maybe like $1.
I don't know how much they're
run
gonna
it.
charge for this, but like if they're charging actual ticket prices, then I don't know. I think like Metaverse events in general, I don't see a point. If you're not like actually at the event, I think it's kind of a waste of money.
Yeah, like
But-
I'd do it for free. Like that's an interesting thing to see. Like I'm not paying for that when you could go watch it on YouTube. So I mean, if you like Charlie Puth and want to see him in your Oculus Quest 2 and probably pay way too much, go right ahead.
Yeah.
You do you, boo. Okay, our next topic is very scary. It's terrifying. Walmart can now put your groceries in your garage with a MyQ smart garage door opener.
So basically, you can install a MyQ smart garage door controller. Walmart will install it for free. It is part of their Walmart Plus in-home program. And basically, when you get groceries delivered, they will open your garage door, walk in your garage, deliver your groceries, hopefully close your garage, and walk out. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't do this. There's something about someone just walking in my garage and like trusting them to close my garage. I don't know. I just do not trust my local Walmart enough for this.
Yeah, just don't. Like, there's so many ways this could go wrong. Like on an infinite scale.
Like I have golf clubs in my garage. I kind of like them there. I don't want them gone. I'm not saying Walmart employees would steal. I'm just saying if they didn't close the garage door, or if someone just like signed up to be a Walmart delivery guy, went to their first house, stole everything from the garage, and left. I don't know. This has some interesting implications.
Not even just the garage. Garage doors, like going into the house, are like the weakest doors in the house.
And they're usually unlocked.
And they're usually unlocked. And if not, it's just a standard door lock.
So
like just a standard like knob lock.
Right.
Nobody deadbolts their garage door. So if you're doing this, definitely do that.
Have you used like home delivery service things in the past?
We have before. I think we did the Amazon delivery.
How is that? Because we've done Instacart. I think we've done like Kroger delivery.
Yeah, ClickList or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do ClickList. We'd just go and pick it up, but they get a lot of things wrong.
They do.
Or just like different brands that we don't like because they're different. So we stopped doing that. And then we did Amazon delivery. They'd come in like insulated bags with a bunch of ice packs. And that was really helpful, but it was expensive. So unless Walmart manages to do this for like very little cost, this is barely a good idea.
Yeah,
I'm
not comfortable with
I understand the thought of, oh, wow, that would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? If they could just go into your house and put it all away for you. So if you had a garage just for food, like if you kept an entire wall just of like shelves for food in a one-car garage, right? Then that would be like a thing to do. If it was you had to feel one-car garage with a lock on the other door.
Yeah.
So like there's ways that this could work, but it's just pretty sketchy.
Cole, it's worse.
What?
This is from July 6th from The Verge. Walmart makes in-home direct-to-fridge deliveries an optional perk of Walmart Plus. For an extra $7 a month, you can have the Walmart delivery guy walk into your home and put the stuff in your fridge.
What?
It's $138 a year, and they walk in your house. And Amazon has something like this too called Amazon Key, where they enable drivers to just go in your home, drop off your package, and walk out of your house. There's no way I'm doing this.
I would never do this.
Absolutely no way.
Unless you could pick who was doing it, and I picked you. Imagine coming home and you see some dude.
Imagine walking home and then you just see Walmart guy in your house. That can lead to no.
So yeah, don't do this.
So if you take one thing away from this episode, please don't let store employees walk in your house. I want to do one more thing. Cole and I have been going back to school for like a week and a half. With school comes a lot of homework and tests and projects. So I kind of just wanted to talk about like how we use tech, or specifically like how we use certain apps to kind of just stay organized. So Cole, how do you like what apps do you use to stay organized? How do you plan things? What's your workflow?
Honestly, I don't use a ton of apps to stay organized. I usually just have Google Classroom, email, whatever. But I like sort my stuff, and I don't do good when it's on like my laptop because I just like don't really care if it's on my laptop. But if I have it like in a physical binder, which is what I like.
Interesting.
I usually print my stuff out and put it in like plastic sheets in a binder just because that's how I like to be organized, and it helps me like stay focused, right? But I've tried to use things like Notion, Notes, stuff like that. But it's a lot easier for me to stay focused and organized if I just type my notes and stuff and print them out. What do you use, Andrew?
So I use Notion to kind of keep track of all my homework and upcoming stuff. And that's a huge help. And then mostly just Google Workspace. A lot of docs.
Yeah, Google Workspace.
A lot of
and then
sheets,
PowerPoint.
A lot of notes. Yeah, and then PowerPoint. Yeah, if you don't keep like all your homework in an app like Notion, or at least like an Apple Note with a checklist, I would really recommend it. It's such a good way to like keep track of all the work that you have to do, and having it on every device is nice. So that was episode 11. Kind of a slow news week.
For now.
We're going to get Apple event in a couple weeks, and then September will be in full swing. So a lot to look forward to. Thank y'all for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to us via email, or you can tweet at us. I'm at UtterlyDrew.
And I'm at Cole WW Webb.
And we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.